Happy Monday, guys. Here we are for week 5. As for normal, just to keep things consistent for you so that you know what's coming. Quick review of last week so you know if you missed anything, where you missed it, what you need to do to make it up, and then a very quick preview what we're going to do this week. So here we go. Monday, we reviewed week 3. We did our check-in, which is a Google form. Guys know that I put this in so that I can continually get feedback from you about if you're missing anything, what I can do to help you. This feedback isn't just busy work. It's for me to have a line of communication with you individually so that I can help you as best I possibly can. So again, I don't want you to do work just for the sake of doing work. So this benefits both of us. If you do it, I know what you need and I know what I can do to help you. And I'm going to give you credit for doing it. So please make sure that you're keeping up. I know that it's redundant. I don't change it much. There's a reason for that. I don't want to surprise you. I don't want to overload you. But we really need to make sure that we have those lines of communication open. The weekly chat page, this kind of has several purposes. It's just another avenue for us to collectively communicate with each other. It doesn't necessarily have to be just classroom based. Some of my other classes have been sharing different shows that they're watching in their downtime on Netflix and asking for new shows to watch and some making recommendations to one another. It's just an avenue for you to communicate. It can be class related if you're not sure about something, or as somebody's working through a project, they have a question, post the question on there. I will try to respond to everybody, but maybe somebody else has a good idea. You guys are, upper level here. You can answer some questions for each other. You have the ability, you have the skill set. So let's help each other out. Make sure we're participating in that. And it doesn't close on Mondays. So check in on it, even if it's twice a week. Just look in, continue to post things on there. It's on Monday so that we can use it all week long, but it's not just a Monday assignment. Tuesday, we did our virtual class meeting. We spent quite a bit of time talking about the new grading expectations. And then we talked about how we're going to share out our progress and what my expectations are for sharing the progress of your projects that you're creating. Remember, the projects that you created are completely up to you. So don't just do something for the sake of doing it. Find something that you want to work on, and let's work on it together as best we can. And then again, there's another opportunity for some feedback, just in case if you missed the virtual meeting and you had a question, or you were in the virtual meeting and you had a question, gives you the opportunity to reach out to me so that we can make sure things are being addressed. Wednesday is a strictly work day for you to continue this project that you chose, making some progress on it. Make sure as you're making your progress that you're documenting it. You can use video, you can use pictures. That doesn't mean like every time you turn a wrench or tighten a screw that you have to take a picture of it. It could be where you start from one day to where you finish, or just take them at the end of each day as you progress through your project. Just document the stages. You don't have to do every little thing. You don't have to do videos. It doesn't need to be that up to date. And I suggest that you just keep adding these pictures onto the presentation that you've already started. There's no reason to start a new presentation and go back and redo it. Just keep adding your pictures. And just a personal note, I've started doing this with some of the projects I've done around my house, and it is really satisfying to go back and see after it's done, so you can kind of look through it, all the hard work you've done. It's fun to share that out with people of similar interests, the progress from beginning to end. So in the future, even not for class, I recommend that you use this approach so that you can share out some things that you're doing. Thursday, we did our choice project presentations. I was a little bit disappointed in the lack of participation for this. However, I thought it worked really well. I did decide that we're going to try to do these presentations in a 2-week cycle. So those who presented on Thursday, This coming Thursday, you're just going to sit back and see what your classmates had or have completed. Maybe um, make some questions or suggestions. We'll help each other out, but you'll have 2 weeks to present your progress. After that, I'm not going to allow you to go back. We're just going to continue, and every 2 weeks from here on out, we're going to share where we're at with our projects, and hopefully we can get some of these projects done and start some new ones. But again, utilize that same presentation. So the presentations that went Thursday weren't complete projects, but it was a really great start, and I'm anxious to see how they look finishing up. Friday, as always, is time for you to catch up. Guys, the timesheet, again, not just busy work. It's I have centered these playlists around that feedback that I'm getting. I've adjusted playlists to fit what you're telling me on Friday. So it's not necessarily like it was when we were in class and you're just rehashing what you did from day to day. You should be sharing, is Wednesday, not enough time? Should it be like 2 days a week where you're dedicated directly to projects? Um, I don't know if I can change quite that, because for the most part, I'm not asking you guys to do a whole lot of work, because I want you out there using your hands, applying the skills and concepts that you've learned, and developing these problem solving skills that you have started, and utilizing the skills and honing your skills. That's what I want you to be doing. So I don't overload you with work. The feedback forms are no more than 5 questions. It shouldn't take more than a sentence to answer any of the questions. So even if you have something else to do, our virtual meetings on Tuesday typically don't last longer than a half hour. So it gives you a lot of time where you could be out doing some other things. But again, let me know what you think, and we'll continue. If the 2 week window isn't enough for a presentation, maybe we'll do a 3 week cycle. But that's what these timesheets are for, so that I can keep adjusting things for you. Quick preview about what we're going to do this week. So we're going to review. That's what we're doing right now. Make sure you're doing the feedback. So if you missed something last week, I can reach out to you individually, help you work through it and stay caught up. Tomorrow, as always, we're going to do our virtual meeting. This week, we're going to focus on trying to get some of these presentations in, since so many of you missed last Thursday. We're going to do presentations on Tuesday and Thursday this week to give everybody the opportunity to share where they're at in their progress. Wednesday, please take your time, focus on your project and documenting your project. Maybe your documentation is only going to be weekly, depending on the size of your project. That could be really okay. That's your call, and I'm going to leave that up to you. But I want you to continue to develop and focus on that presentation on Wednesday. Again, Thursday, we'll have a second virtual class meeting this week so that we can do these presentations. And then, as always, Friday is your time to catch up. If you miss anything, you guys know I'm open to handing it in whenever you get it done. The only exception is going to be these presentations. I want to see the progress from week to week, and I'm going to give you a 2 week window to share your progress. Other than that, you can hand anything in from previous playlists at any time. So you have plenty of time. Use your Fridays to make sure you're caught up, and then use the timesheet to share back with me. If you have questions, if you found something really interesting through the week, share those kind of things. Okay, it's not just to rehash what the playlist says. Okay, guys, stay healthy, stay safe. If you're working, remember all the safety procedures and orders of operations that you've learned. Okay, I trust all of you are doing the little things to keep yourself safe. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm anxious about the progress of your projects. Have a great week, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.